Hello, this is me, Salahuddin. As we have already learned about the deadlocks, we know that we have two types of resources resources of single instance and resources of multiple instance. If we have the resources of single instance, we have an algorithm different, and if we have the multiple instance of resource, then we have a different algorithm. So I have covered the both algorithms in C and Java, which I am trying to I'm going to run the program of single instance. This is the code of that program. What I have done in this code. First of all, I have created two mutex logs. Like these are the resources. First mutex and second mutex using pthread mutex tree. These are the two resources, and I have created two threads, thread 1 and thread 2. These are the processes we have in our system. And how we can detect, we first enter in the deadlock situation and we detect that how the deadlock has been occurred. And I have created pthread mutex in it. I have initialized these mutex logs, and after that I have created the threads using pthread create method. And function 1 will be invoked by thread 1, and function 2 will be invoked by thread 2. And after that I have joined both these threads so that it will proceed and give the output. How it works, like when the thread 1 will come into the function 1, thread 1 will try to acquire mutex 1. At that time mutex 1 will be free, and mutex 1 will be allocated to thread 1, and after it will go to the sleep for 2 seconds. At that time thread 2 will also try to acquire mutex 2, and mutex 2 is free at that time. And so mutex 2 will be allocated to thread 2, and they both will go to the sleep for 2 seconds. When they will be invoking, they will try to acquire the resources of another process that has been already acquired by another process. So what happened, they try to acquire the processes which have been already acquired by another process. So there will be a cycle, and if we know that if there is a cycle in single instance resources, there must a deadlock. There must a deadlock. So I run this program. We will come to know that how this deadlock is occurred. So I have compiled it, and this is the run command. So the thread 2 is trying to acquire mutex 2, thread 2 has acquired mutex 2, and T1 is trying to acquire mutex 1, and mutex 1 is acquired by T1. And you know that this is till here everything is okay. Now they will go to the invoke, or they will go for the sleep. And after sleep, T2 is trying to acquire mutex 1, and T1 is trying to acquire mutex 2. When they will invoke, nothing is doing right now, and the system is in deadlock condition. You can see this that these two lines in the math function 1 and these two lines in the function 2 will never be proceeded, because system is in deadlock condition. Understand? I am explicitly stop this program and run this again. Like if I will try sleep of 5 second and sleep of 5 second, then we can come to know that this line will be proceeded after sleep of 5 second. It will be a better realization of this thing. Like compile and run. Till here everything is okay. The processes are in sleep condition, sleep state for 5 seconds. Now the 5 second has been completed, and both these processes invoking and try to acquire another resources that has been already acquired by another process. So these line will never be proceeded of these two functions. Understand? This is the deadlock condition. So I am trying to stop it. And now we will move to the I will move to the Java program, which is written for the multiple instance. Like we have processes, 5 processes, and three resources: resource A, resource B, resource C. And these are the allocation of instances. These are the allocation of resources, and this matrix is describing that how many instances of each resource each process required. Understand that each process, how many instances of each resource each process want to acquire to accomplish its task. So these are the available tasks. So by using these available instances, our program will try to detect if there is whether there is a deadlock condition or not. So this is the method is safe, which will proceed these lines of codes, and we will come to know that whether there is a whether there is a deadlock or not. So let's run it. So system is in safe condition, and safe condition is 13420. Now, if there is no deadlock, if I change this thing, like I write here 0. So what happens? Now system is not in safe state. We come to know that if there is if there is a low instances number of instances is low, we can there is a deadlock condition. If we are not able to fulfill the request, there is a deadlock in multiple instance resources. So these are two cores which are detecting the deadlocks in system. So this is all about. Thank you.